Hi, I'm Richard Morrison and welcome to the Boom TV Fitness Show. So what we're going to do is going to go from here, keeping your body tall, stepping back. You want to try and go feet about hip to shoulder width apart, looking forwards, drop your hips right way back so your upper leg is parallel to the floor, and then push through the mid part of the heel. Stand nice and tall, deep breath on the way down, and then breathe out as we lift back up. And then just going to walk back. Then bend from the legs, and the bend from the back, just taking it back down again. Just going to do the bar in zone first of all.
Okay. Like this, under?
That's it, keep your body straight so as we bend from the legs rather than bending from the back.
Okay.
So just protecting the back all the way through.
So rest on my shoulders?
Back and forward. Yeah, we just want a little bit more big onto this part here. That's good.
Wow. That test my flexibility, that does
Okay.
there.
Then from there, keeping your body tall, drop your hips back so as we did on the last one, that's it. So as though you're going to sit into a chair, and then push back to the mid part of the heel. Nice deep breath on the way down. Good, and then breathe out as we lift up. Try and stand tall so as we come back up, just take your body nice and tall, squeeze and tense the glutes here, and then drop back down again. That's good. Just control the movement, 3 to 4 seconds on the way down. That's good, and then push right way back up again.
Feeling on the quads as well.
Yeah. Another couple of reps. What we want to do here is we want to make sure that the knee isn't going over the toe, so try and sit your hips back a little bit more. Okay. So the knee always stays behind the toe, otherwise you're just going to put a little bit of pressure on the knee.
Sure. Oh, that's a flexibility, see, for me as well.
It's right, okay.
So, got you.
Better, that's good. Keep that body nice and tall. 2 more. That's good. Last one. Okay, and relax.
This is like a massive weight itself.
Yeah, that is 20 kilos on its own. And then bend from the legs. Good. Oh, wow. What we're now going to do is we're going to superset a lower body exercise with an upper body exercise. What we're doing here is we're trying to get the body to burn as many calories as we can through the session. So by hitting the lower body and then the upper body, the body's got to start to send more blood through the body, the heart rate's going to be higher, and that's really going into like a fat burning type of workout then by supersetting a lower body and an upper body exercise. So the next exercise we're going to go in for now is going to be into chest press. We'll bring the bench in.
That really brings out your chest as well, doesn't it? Just that exercise we've done it itself, Richard.
Yeah,
it really brings it out, doesn't it, in terms of your...
Basically what you're doing there is you're stretching the chest out, so by taking your arms back and squeezing the shoulder blades to get into position, if you're not very flexible here, so
that really pushes it.
A lot of people are tight in this area here, so obviously by bringing the arms back...
So it's actually very good for your posture, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to go for, the second exercise is going to be a chest press. Yeah. This one here is really working on across the chest, the shoulders are also a helper muscle, and the back of the arms here and the triceps. So we're working 3 muscle groups, mainly we're working the chest on this one. So what we're going to do is sit down onto the bench and then line right way back. Now I want you to try and get the weights are roughly in line with the mid part of the chest here, okay? And then from there, slow and controlled on the way down, 3 to 4 seconds, we're bringing them down, we're pulling the elbows in slightly, we're squeezing the shoulder blades, and then we push back up. So 3 seconds down, hold for 1 second, and then a 1 second up. So 1, 2,
and it goes, 3, it goes past the 90 degrees.
Push it, yeah. So what we're doing here is we're trying to get the weights, if we can, if you're flexible enough, we're trying to get the weights roughly to be touching the chest here, okay? We're just going past that 90 degrees, concentrate on squeezing the shoulder blades together.
90,
the main thing, if we can, is to make sure that you squeeze the shoulder blades together, because when you squeeze the shoulder blades, it's just going to open the chest out, and then that extra little bit then is going to get the chest to work harder on the way back up. Okay, let's just try that one. I'm just going to go for 10 repetitions.
And again, like I said, I haven't done this for a long time. 3 weights. So, am I far enough forward there?
Come forward a little bit more so your head is relaxed. That's good. Okay, so we take the weight up.
Yep.
So from here, I want you to bring the weights down, and now I want you to push back up. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and now squeeze and tense your chest at the top position. Control the movement on the way down, so 3 to 4 seconds. That's good. A little bit faster on the way up though, so slow on the way down.
Okay.
And then a little bit faster on the way up's good. We're just controlling the movement. So rather than the momentum doing the work, we're trying to get the chest, the shoulders, the triceps to the work. That's better. Now straight back up. It's good. As you lift up now, I really want you to concentrate on squeezing and the chest muscle at the top. That's good. Nice deep breath. And then breathe it back out to the top. So it is going to affect you. It's going to get the balance because we're trying to control a free weight movement, but that's going to get your stabilizer muscles working a little bit harder as well.
Yeah.
It's good. Let's get 2 more, 3 seconds down. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Push straight back up. Good. Last one. Slowly down. And then push back up. It's good. Just bring them right the way back down into the chest.
Up and down.
That's it. Bring them back down. That's good. And then if I just take the weights off you. Okay, so that's your first exercise, which is working upper body. We're now going to go back into a lower body exercise.
Okay.
So we're saying really trying to get the heart rate up a little bit higher. So just standing back up again. This time what you're going to do is you're going to hold the dumbbell from here. Just hold it into the palm of the hand. Right. And then wrap your fingers around. Hold it into the chest. Keep your body tall, so we're keeping that posture. From there, you're going to squat down. Sit the hips right the way back. Try and get the elbows, if you can, to the knees. If not, as low as you feel comfortable. So from here, I'm keeping the weight sat back. I'm dropping the hips back. My body's staying nice and tall, and then I'm pushing back through the legs. Okay. If it feels,
I just lost the train of thought there. Can you show that one more time?
Yeah. If it feels too hard and it feels as though you haven't got the flexibility to go down there, go as far as you can without lifting the heels up off the floor.
How far should you go down? So
ideally, we want you to be going at least to here, so upper leg parallel to the floor. If you can go a little bit low, if your flexibility will allow you to go, then we'll go a little bit lower on there.
And what muscles does that do?
So this is working the legs, so it's working the muscles in the front legs, the quads. It's also working the bum, the glutes. But again, it's really getting the heart rate up, and it's going into like a bit of a fat burning workout at the same time. Feet hip to shoulder width apart.
Yeah.
Drop right the way back. That's good, perfect position. So the knee is always staying behind the toe. Now push through this part, push through the heel. Yeah. Lift all the way up. And then as you come up to the top, I want you to squeeze and tense here as well. So we're squeezing the glutes. That's good. Run 3, nice controlled. It's good, good techniques, good 4. Control the movement. And then a little bit faster on the way back up. It's good. We're halfway there. We've got 5 more. 6. A little bit slow on the way down. About 3 to 4 seconds down. Now straight back up. Squeeze and hold. And then back down again. 7. Looking at 3 more reps. That's good. Last one. Control the movement. And relax. Good. Just rest there. How did that weight feel?
No, it's good.
That weight felt, did it feel comfortable?
Yeah. As a warm-up,
Yeah, okay. Don't want to go too heavy because obviously we're just getting back into the technique, and rather than going heavy on the weight, I really want to work on technique and make sure that your technique,
work it up.
So technique is always number 1. That's the most important. This is where a lot of people go wrong, is when they start training, they try and lift too heavy too soon, and the body isn't used to it, and that's when you're going to injure yourself. So we always want to make sure your technique is right. Then once you've got your technique and once you get used to an exercise, then we start to add a little bit more resistance.
Build it up to a maximum weight.
Yeah, but to start with, this here alone is going to challenge your body. And then once your body gets used to it, is when we start to then play about more with repetitions, slowing the movements down.
But you know, on that point about repetitions, so you know, like I was always told when I was qualifying as a PE teacher all those years ago that you have a warm-up rep.
Yes.
Which sometimes is almost like, let's say, just a bar.
Yeah.
Or no bar, but just the action of it.
Yeah.
Then you have a progression, and then it was 3 of the maximum, and then a warm down one.
Oh, okay.
That's probably old school.
Yeah. It depends really, again, what your goals are, what you're looking at achieving. Yeah. So always, yes, you want to be doing what I call a movement preparation first of all. And we spoke about this on the last time, but rather than just going straight in and lifting a heavy weight, you've got to get the body,
the lower, the lighter.
Yes, you've got to get the body prepared for the movements that you're going to be doing within that main session. So if you're doing something like a squat or a chest press, let's say the chest press for example, we do some movements that are the same movements as what you would be doing with the weights, just to get the movement into the body. Then we would do a couple of light warm-up sets, just to get the blood flow, to get the action. Your body starts to get used to the movement that you're doing. Then you would have a couple of reps, what I call like sub-rep, maximum reps. So it's like just a little bit lighter than what you would be lifting normally, and then you would then go into your maximum. Depending on what type of training you've got, so you've got lots of different types of training. If it was doing more like bodybuilding type training where you're lifting as heavy as you can, you may be doing like your 2 to 3 sets. We're looking more at a fat burning type of workout. So this is why we're doing a superset of lower body, upper body movements. And obviously you'd be doing more repetitions as well. I mean, we started with 10s here as warm-ups, but we want to be going a little bit more repetitions on a lighter weight.
I like what I said. So there's bodybuilding is a certain type of exercise.
Yes.
And fat burning is a different type.
So yes, so
bodybuilding, where literally building your pecs out, your shoulders out.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind, Richard. You know, trying to be like you.
Okay.
But and is there a way that you can combine the two, where your body?
Yeah. So the way that we're training at the moment is more like what we call it's a mixture of high intensity interval training and moderate intensity interval training. But we're doing an interval train. And we're doing a superset. A superset is like combining 2 exercises together. It can either be a superset on the same muscle group, it can be opposing muscle groups, or we can do what we're doing here, which is a lower body, upper body movement. But by doing that, again, we're looking at getting the heart rate up a little bit higher. We're starting to go into a bit of a cardio workout with the weights. So like if you think about things like circuit training, but yeah, we're trying to
boot camp even.
Your boot camps and things like that. But in between a moderate and a high intensity, and we're looking at keeping the heart rate up at a little bit higher.
No, sure. Because like I said to you at the start, I'm really mindful of my posture. So my normal posture is this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that, you know, with the weight training, upper body especially, to bring it out there. And that to be my norm, rather than having to think about it all. And through exercise and weight
exercise is going to help a lot.
So I can get that posture and burn fat as well, can't I?
Yeah. Most people, if you think about the way
I find this really unnatural, so I'm now going to just drop back to it. This is
that is your natural position,
Whereas I want this to be natural.
And for most people, the posture nowadays is kind of rounded shoulders, hips dropping back a little bit because of the way that we are now. If you think about most people, most of us will drive a car.
Yes.
We sat in a car, we're in this position here. We then go to work in an office or we're on a computer, we sat down again during the day, so we've got tight hip flexors, we're on a computer, we're in this kind of position here. We then go home, we start watching the TV, we sat down on the sofa, we sat in this position, we're eating our tea, we're in this position, we go to bed, we're normally in this position. So a lot of our day is in this kind of position here. So it becomes natural for our body to be in this position.
You almost lock into that kind of normal posture.
So what we want to be doing through our training, as well as kind of getting the results that we're looking for with burning calories, stripping fat, building lean muscle, we also want to be working on the posture element as well. And this is why we're working a lot on posterior chains. So we're going to be doing things like some deadlift movements, we're going to be working on upper back, because these are the muscles that sometimes are forgotten muscles. As guys, if most of my clients that I train, they say, I want to be working on my chest, I want to be working on my stomach, I want to be working on my arms. But when we're in this position all the time, all we're doing is tighten these muscles up that are already tight. And you know, when we did the warm up here and you said about your flexibility, you found it hard. So we need to be stretching these muscle groups out here, but we need to be strengthening these muscle groups, and that is what's going to help with the posture as well.
Brilliant. So ready when you want to go.
Okay. So we're going to go second set. Not going to it, we're just going to put a 2.5 kilo weight on this one, so just take it up a little bit more. From here, think about that posture again, so think about keeping your body in that nice neutral position. We're dropping those hips right the way back. As we stand up, I want you to come nice and tall, a little lean back. That's good, nice deep breath on the way down, and then breathe out on the way up. Just bring your feet in a little bit closer. That's good. Perfect. Good, we're halfway, got 5 to go.
Good for flexibility, my hips as well.
It's working on flexibility, We're taking your body into movements that you're probably not used to going into. And this is why it's so important not to go too heavy on them, because we need to be getting the full range rather than just going on a heavy weight. It's good, we've got 2 reps to go. Last one. It's good, and relax.
As you progress through it, you feel the weight.
Yeah.
So it does make a...
Okay.
When you start off, you think, oh, it's virtually nothing.
It feels, But again, this is where your rep range is so important, because you should never be struggling on a weight to start with. Yeah. So if I was to give you a weight and on your first 2 or 3 reps on your first set it was too hard for you, then it's too heavy. So if we were doing, for an example, if we were doing 3 sets of 12, your first set of 12 should be comfortable. Your second set, you should probably get to about the 8 reps, and the last 4, you should be struggling a little bit with them.
Got me breathing now.
Yeah, and then on the last set, really your last 3 or 4 reps, you should be going, actually I feel I can't really get any more out. If you do 3 sets of 12 and you think that was really easy, you've gone too light.
Easy,
If you're struggling to start with, you've gone too heavy. So it's about finding the range that is
that can go with the progression.
And on your last set is really, actually I feel I can't probably get any more reps than I can, and that's the right range for you.
And that's the peak of it.
Got you.
And then you have that last rep on a full session. Would you do a warm down rep as well, or not?
It depends. Again, it depends really what you're doing. Always do a warm down at the end of your workout. If we're doing the type of training that we're doing now, because we're working lots of different muscle groups, we're still going to be working legs. We're still going to be working the upper body. So we wouldn't do a warm down on them, because we're still progressing through an exercise.
That'd be right at the end.
You would do that right at the end. We're going to go back into your second set now onto the chest press.
Right.
So exactly the same movement as we've done the first one.
And is that an increase in weight?
We've increased the weight slightly. Good, nice control movement. Squeeze your shoulder blades and then squeeze and tense your chest. Remember that tempo of about 3 seconds on the way down. Hold for that second and now push straight back up. Squeeze and tense the chest muscle at the top. That weight feel okay?
Yeah.
Good, so we're really getting the chest to do the work. The shoulders are also the helper muscle. The back of the arms, the triceps are working as well. Good, nice controlled. A little squeeze and then straight back up. Good, we're halfway, we've got 5 more. Deep breath, breathe out at the top, squeeze and tense the chest at the top. That's good, control it. Straight back up. Try and take that pause out at the top, so once you get to the top, we work on the deceleration again. Good, we're looking for 2 more. And last one, slowly down. Push straight back up, get that little squeeze. Slowly bring it down. And relax, okay, good.
Felt at the end. And it's also about the balance. Keep the 2 separately, doing it the same.
Yeah.
Then you feel the...
This is the difference between like a free weight exercise. This is a free weight exercise with being a dumbbell compared to like a machine. So, you know, sometimes you go into a gym and you may see a chest press machine. So a chest press machine, we're still doing the same movement. We're still pushing that weight out and doing exactly the same. However, because it's a fixed machine, what's happening is your stabilizer muscles, your little helper muscles haven't got to work, because everything is in a stable position. Whereas when you're going onto your dumbbells, what happens is your body has got to control those 2 weights. And so this is where those little
so it's working those muscles as well.
So it's working those as well. So maybe somebody who was kind of a beginner that hadn't done any weights before would start them on a machine one. So they're getting used to the movements, they're building the strength up, they're building the chest muscles, and then a progression from the machine would then be onto a free weight. The other thing as well is variety is always important. So sometimes I will do more a dumbbell. Other times I may go from a dumbbell to a barbell. We may go from a barbell into a band exercise.
What's a band exercise?
So a band would be... So a band would be something like this.
Okay.
So we could still do the same movement as what we've just done here, but by using a band, the resistance is going to be different to a weight. So with a weight, you lose the tension on the top position, whereas on the band,
you hold it.
that there
Yeah.
is hitting me in a different way because the band wants to come back down again. So I'm still working the chest through a band, but it's going to shock my body in a completely different way to what dumbbells are. And this is where the progressions and people who've been training for quite a while, if you're doing the same thing all the time, your body will get used to it. So we need to keep on shocking the body through different types.
So you know the glossary terms, that's a band weight, that's a dumbbell.
This is a dumbbell.
That is a...
That there is what we call an Olympic bar,
Olympic bar.
Which is a little bit different to a normal barbell, because this is it's a longer bar and it's a weighted bar as well. A normal barbell would be, let me show you a barbell.
I thought it would be good to get the glossary of terms where people are, oh, got you. So that's your standard barbell.
So this would be a bar.
Right.
Still working on balance. As I'm doing the exercise, I've still got to control this weight, but because I've only got one weight to control, it's easier than doing a dumbbell that I've got to try and control both weights.
And that actually works more muscles by having the dumbbell.
The dumbbell
because
will
you're
work
controlling the balance.
You're trying to stabilise and balance it. So really that is a better one to do. However, if you're doing that all the time, your body will just get used to that. So we need to get the body working.
Get into an inertia.
So sometimes more machine weights, sometimes more dumbbells, sometimes more barbell, other times a band, and just really kind of shock the body a little bit through. What you're doing.
And you know, from a definition point of view, is one better than the other, or is it always you keep doing the variety?
The variety is always key. The band is really good once you've built the muscle, because he's hitting the body in a different way, and you can get more repetitions. So it's not always about going heavier with the weights. Sometimes you may want to go heavier on a weight, but you do less repetitions. Other times you may want to be going a lightweight, but a lot more repetitions. And again, it's the variety that's really going to start to...
Because I mean, you see a lot of people, you know, a lot of guys, they're built up and they're like this. They're like gorillas. I thought, if you were running down the road, you'd literally be running down like that, wouldn't you? That's not...
It all comes back down to, again, what people want. So one of the first...
They just want to see, they want people to see them in that definition, that they've built the muscle up. But surely there's no flexibility in that. And definitely no posture in that, is there?
And again, if you think about most guys, when you say to them, what areas do you want to be working on? I want to be working on my chest, I want to be working on my arms, I want to be working on my... They never say I want to be working on my back muscles, I don't want to be working on my posture. So they work on the muscles that they can see themselves in the mirror. And it's what happens to a lot of people. A lot of females want to be working like the thighs, the inner thighs, the outer thighs. They want to be working the bum, again, the stomach muscles. But if you ask most people, they don't say, oh yeah, I want to be working on my lower back, or I want to be working on my hamstrings. So they work on the muscles that they can see mainly.
So it's an aesthetic thing, like with a lot of people.
With any exercise, if you're doing one muscle group, you need to always work the opposing muscle group, because otherwise you're going to get injury and you're going to get an imbalance in the body. And this is why a lot of guys that you say are in this position, they're overloading, they're working the chest too much and they're working the shoulders, whereas they need to be working more on the posture, what we were just saying a little bit earlier, working on more of the posterior chain. So things like hamstrings, doing deadlifts, working more on the lower back of the erector spinae, doing things like, again, a deadlift is a real good exercise, a back extension, exercise like a Superman, which I can show you a Superman, and also working more on like the rear delts and bringing those right way back as well. So it's working on a balance. If you're working the front of the legs,
when you say rear delt, Richard, which muscles are the rear delts?
So your rear delts are here. So basically, within the back, you've got different muscles. So you've got your traps, which are coming down here, which is like a V-shaped muscle here. Then you've got your rear delts. You've got your lats, which are down the sides when you do things like a lat pull down. And then the lower back is your rectus spinae. So your back is into different muscle groups that we need to work different exercises to hit that muscle group.
And keeping them all in line in terms of working each one to make sure that one can support the other.
Exactly, And this is where, say, if you, even when you're working a front muscle at the front, if you work in the front of the legs, you need to work in the back of the legs. If you work in your stomach, and this is where again a lot of people go wrong, is they're doing lots and lots of sit-ups, they don't do anything for lower back,
Yeah.
and then they'll end up with a weak lower back because they're strengthening this muscle here, but when you strengthen a muscle, you always weaken the opposing muscle, so you need to get the balance out. So we need to be then working on the lower back. If we work in the chest, we need to work on the back muscles. We work in the front of the shoulders, we need to work the back of the shoulders. Work the front of the arms, we need to work the back of the arms. Okay, so we've always got to get that balance.
I'm ready, Richard. I'm
ready.
No, but it's good to know this because, like I said, that's why I don't touch the free weights, because A, I don't feel confident, B, I don't understand technique, and C, I wouldn't want to pretend that what I learned all those years ago as a PE teacher, that still stands. And even if it did still stand, I've forgotten it anyway.
Right, okay.
This is just good to just go back to basics.
To basics, yeah.
No.
Going to go back into the second set then onto, so we've just done chest press, haven't we?
Yeah.
Going to go back into the squats. Again, I'm just going to keep it on a comfortable weight because I just want to get used to the movement, start to get the flexibility. So remember on this one, we're holding it from here into the chest, drop right the way down.
So should I go up one, Richard?
If you feel comfortable to go up, can go up to the next weight.
Because I've been talking so much, I'll try and compensate by going up one.
Okay, so holding it into the body, feet a little bit closer. So you only want them roughly shoulder to shoulder width, no more than shoulder width. And then drop backwards, making sure the knee is always staying behind the toes. Good.
And it's slow on the way down.
Try and control the movement. Yes, you don't want you just drop down. We want to get the muscle to actually do the work. So rather than momentum, that's better. It's good. Nice deep breath. Breathe out at the top's good. Nice and tall. We're halfway there. We've got 5 more. And last one. Good, and relax.
That opens the back out as well. I feel it there.
You feel it, okay. Yeah. Your front squats, we're working slightly different to a back squat, but again, we're really looking at getting the flexibility into the legs. And because you're thinking about that posture, your body's nice and tall and everything as well. Perfect. Going to do one more set onto a chest press, and then we're then going to move on to a different 2 exercises.
So back on this.
Okay, so last 10 repetitions on this one. Just going to move this one out the way. Try and bring the weight in a little bit so they're more, that's better, it's good. And then as soon as you get to the top position, try and take the rest out. So as soon as you get to there now, we start to slowly work back down again. That's better, it's good. Weight feel okay?
Yeah. It's amazing the difference what breathing makes.
Yeah.
It just helps every single time.
We've got 4 more, a little bit more with this arm. That's good. Let's squeeze at the top. We've got 2 more. All the way back up. Good. So you can see this arm is just starting to fail a little bit. Last one. Good. Slowly bring them back down again. Bring them into the body. That's it. Bring them into the body. That's good.
Yeah, my right is my weaker arm.
Are you left-handed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know the breathing, you just get into a genuine pattern then, don't you?
Yeah. Breathing is important. A lot of people breathe the wrong way when they're doing it. But
I don't breathe at all.
Yeah. You always want to breathe in on the easier part of the exercise and then breathe out on the harder part. So the exertion, the exercise is when you're breathing out.
So say that again, Rich, because I always have this debate with people, and I'm trying to be the expert as a PE teacher. But when you breathe out, it's on the exertion.
It's on the exertion, on the hardest part of the exercise.
You breathe out.
So breathe in on the easy part of the exercise. For an example, on a squat, breathe in. On the lift, when it is the harder part, we're breathing out. On the chest press, we're breathing. On the hard part where we're pushing up, we're breathing out.
So in simple terms, the hard part of the exercise you breathe out.
We breathe out.
Okay.
The next exercise is going to be a single arm row. We're just talking about the posture. So when we work in the chest, we're tightening this muscle, we've strengthened this muscle here, and now what we want to be doing is we want to be working on the back muscles, or the upper back here. So it's going to be knee, and then the hand onto the bench. Try and line them up and keep your back nice and flat. So we don't want to be rounding your back, keep your back flat. Your hand is directly underneath your shoulder. From there, we're taking this leg out. We want to try and get your elbow lined up with the knee. So everything, so this hand here is lined up with this knee. This elbow is lined up with this knee. The back is staying nice and flat. From there, we're coming right the way up, and as we bring the weight up, rather than just bringing it up to here, I want you to bring it up, but I want you to pull the elbow back in order to concentrate on squeezing the shoulder blade together. Okay? Goes here, up, squeeze.
Squeezing that.
We're squeezing here, so we're squeezing more this part of the back here. Okay? So from here, demonstration, up. As I bring it in, I'm pulling it inwards. Deep breath on the easy part. Breathe out on a hard part. As you bring it in, I want to hold for a second and go back down. We're going to do 8 reps. Once you've done 8, then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So there'll be left knee, left hand, line them up, take this leg out, elbow and knee are lined up, back nice and flat, and do the same on the opposite side. Let's go the one side first.
Just that coordination is very difficult for me, Richard. So right knee, right hand, and this is lined.
That's good, yeah, that's fine.
Ready? Okay.
So keeping the back nice and flat.
So Richard, how do I know my back's flat?
Okay, so see how your back is in a straight line here. What you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be rounding the back. When you round the back, you're going to put pressure onto the lower back here. So keeping the back in that neutral position.
So is that neutral now?
That's a neutral position there.
I suppose this helps to get that
straightness.
Okay.
That's good. So as we bring in the elbow up, I want you to pull it inwards. That's good. That's better. So now feel that squeeze here. Just keep your head in a nice straight line, so try not to look down, so everything's in that neutral position. Deep breath. Bring it in. Squeeze and hold. Good. On 4. 4 more. Good. 5. Last 3. Bring it in. Squeeze and hold. Last one. Slow on the way down. Straight back up. Squeeze and hold. And relax. Just bring the weight down. And then we're just going to do the same now on the opposite side.
So what muscles is that working, Richard?
Okay, so we're working the upper back muscles on here. So like I said before, we've got the different parts of the muscles. We've got your traps, we've got your rhomboids, we've got your rear delts. This is hitting more like the rhomboid part, which is this muscle here at the back.
Now I'm weaker. So see, look, so if I was doing this on my own, I wouldn't work out. I wouldn't be able to work out the knee unless you stay. So knee and hand.
The easiest way is just remember that the arm that's working, you have the same leg out. The rest.
You know, I was doing a circuit recently, and I realised I was doing the exact opposite. I had the wrong knee and the wrong hand and the wrong foot.
Okay.
But now you see, now you broke it down in simple terms.
So the left arm, the side that's not working will be both on the bench. And then the working side, you have your foot off the bench. Take this foot over a little bit more. Good.
And also, which one am I looking straight ahead?
You just really want to be keeping so you don't want to put any strain, you don't want to be looking up, or you don't want to be looking down, just want you everything in a neutral position, that is fine there. That's good. You're just getting a stretch on the way down, that's good. Little stretch in the muscle, and then bringing it up, bring it in, that's good. The elbow in a little bit more though. And relax there. Good. Bring it back down. Standing up. So we just work the upper part of the back. Now we're going to work more the lower back. We're going to come into the glutes and the hamstrings. We're going to go on to the deadlift. Cool. Train, like what we're doing now is we're working on training the blood with the whole body, but you don't want to be overloading one muscle group, so you don't want to be kind of training, you know, for example, a guy that wants to be building his chest doesn't want to be training his chest on a Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, Friday. You do see this happen a lot, especially with like younger lads, is that they are in the gym training the same muscle groups all the time. You've got to train right, but then you've got to let your body recover. And when you're recovering, when you're resting, is when you're starting to see the results.
Yeah, it's like now with my chest, you know, it's a bit of posture at the start of this session. Now I feel natural having this position.
Be in that position.
Because that's like...
Yeah. And what happens is when you train, you're actually tearing your muscle fibres.
Right.
Now, if you're training too often on the same muscle, you're never letting those muscle fibres grow back together.
Right.
So
tearing muscle fibres is good?
It's good. Imagine a piece of string.
Yeah.
We tear
Stretching
it. It then comes back stronger. It comes back stronger, and that's basically what's going to start to build the muscle.
Body,
and obviously build the strength into the body as well. So, but it is when you're resting, and like again we said on the last show about getting good quality nutrition, getting the good quality sleep. Because when your body is resting and recovering, and we're feeding the protein, we're getting everything right, that's helping the body to repair. So it's about training, not training hard, training right.
Okay.
So we're overloading the body a little bit. We're training the muscles in different intensities, and then we let the body recover. We get the correct nutrition. We get the right sleep.
So on that point about nutrition, Richard, do you ever go for a curry in a week?
Yeah, I mean, follow the 80-20, follow the 80-20 rule. So you know, if you can, this is why I say to people, if I was to give you a program and say, okay, this is what you have to do, and I said to you, okay, there's no cheats on there whatsoever, and you've got to follow this now for the next 6 months. For most people, I wouldn't be able to follow that because there's too many changes, too strict for people. So for some people, they may say, yes, definitely what I want to do, but a structured cheat meal every so often isn't going to harm you. I can't.
So what's your curry cheat meal?
So just I'll come back to that in one second. But if I was to have one pizza or one curry, it's not going to make me fat. If somebody wanting to lose weight, one salad isn't going to make them thin. It's what we do on a regular basis. So 80% of the time, if you're eating healthy, clean food and you have a little bit of a cheat, it's not going to make you fat. But I say it's about consistency, it's about what we do most of the time. So if I was to have a curry, I do make a lot of my own. Because I know exactly what I put in them. But if I was to be going out for takeaway, either chicken tikka's good, because again it's quite dry, it's a nice lean meat. If I was to be having a little bit more of a cheat, then I'll do like a korma.
So and likewise, so you know the fluids in the curry, what do you call it, the peppers and everything else that goes into it. Is that good or not? Or?
Okay, so
the spices.
The spices. If you're making your own, any natural herbs, spices are great. It's the artificial things that we need to be cutting out. So, for an example, if I was doing something, I'd put some cumin, some peppers. Anything that is in natural, that comes in its natural state, that hasn't been modified or changed. If I'm putting a sauce on, but it's got loads of ingredients in there that I don't know the names of, then more than likely it's not very good for me. So anything that's in a natural state that you know what it is.
So us Asians who have staple diet curries every day, there's a lot of that, you know, kind of ingredients in there every single day, and that's why I think we've also got heavy tummies, to say the least.
Okay.
That's a big issue within the Asian community.
Right.
As well. So on a staple diet of curries, that can't be healthy, can it?
If you're having too many bad things, my golden rules really. If you want to lose weight and you want to get healthy and you want to have like a healthy body, the things that you need to be avoiding, one is processed foods, another one is wheat, dairy. So dairy is quite bad. Most people are intolerant to dairy.
Milk.
So milk, but a lot of people think that milk is good for you because of the calcium.
Remember the old days, drink a pint of milk a day.
But where do the cows get the calcium from? What do they eat? Grass. So the green stuff is where we get the calcium from.
Yeah.
So it's our vegetables that we need to be eating more. But milk-wise, rather than having dairy, I would go for something more like almond milk, coconut milk, or even a rice milk. Again, a lot of people will have an intolerance to either wheat or dairy. So ideally, we want to be cutting those out. Sugar is the enemy. People think the fat's the enemy, but good fats are actually good for you. So things like avocado.
Literal sugar in tea is bad.
Yeah, sugar.
Brown sugar's bad.
Brown sugar. Again, people think that brown sugar is healthy.
I'm trying to find an excuse with all the tea I drink.
Yeah. Ideally, if you drink a lot of tea or coffee and you're putting sugar in, think about, again, most people that they'll probably have 4, 5, 6 cups of coffee or tea a day. They're putting sugar in everything. Then the processed foods that I've mentioned, if you look at the sugar content in there, no wonder as a society we get diabetes, heart disease, and most of the time it is the sugar that is hidden. So things that we think are actually healthy, like low fat this, low fat that. Yes, it may be low in fat, but it's high in sugar. So we need to be eating as clean as possible, really. So avoiding sugar, avoiding dairy, avoiding wheat, any processed foods, and alcohol is another one. You know, you don't need to cut it out altogether, but what we're doing at 80%, 90% of the time.
And what about the last two, bread and eggs?
Eggs are really good. Eggs are a good source of, again, protein and your good fats.
Scrambled.
Anyway, really. So as long as you're having eggs, if you're...
How's eggs good for example?
Okay, so there is a little bit of a myth on eggs being quite high in cholesterol. If you're having eggs, then try and go an organic or a free-range egg. Organic eggs are fine, but what I would normally do is I'd have quite a few eggs during the week, but if I'm doing something like scrambled eggs, I might have like 5 to 6 eggs, but I only have 2 whole eggs, and the other 4 will just be the egg whites.
Got you.
Okay, but eggs are really, really good for you. So,
and bread?
Bread, really you want to be, avoid your bad carbs. So your bad carbs are things like your bread, your white pasta, you want to be having, if you're having carbs.
I saw a big plate of your Instagram, and that was pasta and a lot of other stuff, wasn't it? But it wasn't white pasta.
Right, okay. So
that wasn't Instagram, wasn't it?
Oh, was it one of mine?
It was a big dish, whatever it was. You were about to eat something.
Oh, okay, yeah. So carbs aren't the enemy, but there's certain, again, it's like fats. You've got good fats, you've got bad fats, you've got good carbs, you've got bad carbs.
Okay.
So your white carbs, like your potato, your bread, those are the things that you want to be avoiding.
So do you avoid that in your diet?
So yeah, so I very rarely do I have normal potatoes. Very rarely.
You don't have bread slices?
No.
Wow.
I do have carbs because your body does need carbs, but you want to have things like sweet potato, whole grain rice, porridge is another good carb. So porridge is good. I don't have it every day, but I probably have porridge about 3 times a week. And also, it sounds strange to people, but try and start your day with protein and fats rather than carbs. So if you think of most people's diet, they'll wake up on a morning and they'll have something like a bowl of cereal, they'll have a round of toast. If you can, scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, eggs and salmon. Eggs, salmon and asparagus would be a brilliant start to the day.
Thanks very much, Andy, for that. I'm sorry I got into that, but I'm just thinking of my diet in between coming to see you.
Yeah.
Deadlift.
Diet is, you can't out-train a bad diet.
Yeah.
So you could train as hard as you want in the gym, but then if you're eating the wrong food, you're never going to see the results. So we can't out-train a bad diet. Diet is always number one.
No, I appreciate it. On to the dead weights we go.
So from here, feet hip shoulder width again, same setup as before, keeping the body nice and tall. As we bend, we don't want to be bending from here because as we pick it up, we're going to put pressure on the lower back. So we just want to be keeping in this position, dropping the hips back. So as we lift them through the legs. From here, sit the hips right way back, nice and tall. Once we get to here, push the hips forward. And I want you to lift your chest, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades. So just working on that posture, working on the posterior chain. Drop down, easier part we breathe in. Hard part of the exercise we breathe out. Lift the chest, squeeze your lower back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Just touch, back up, touch, back up. Wow. Okay, so we go for 10 repetitions.
This should be fun.